Hello and welcome back. Hi, sis.
Hi, sis. Hi. Hi, everyone.
Good morning. We're doing review lesson number 149. We're still under this main idea, which is so important. My mind holds only what I think with God. The two sub lessons are covering lessons 137, which is as I am healed, I am not healed alone, and 138, heaven is the decision I must make. So let's take a look together at 137. As I am healed, I am not healed alone. This is referring back to the truth that there is just the one mind of God, which is why I only hold the thoughts that I think with the mind of God. That's the only one. The ego thought system is not a mind, it's not intelligent, it's just a program that consists of a collection of the suggested opposites of what God is knowing. So, because there's just the one mind, each one of us, as his beloved child, we express that mind. So again, so as God is expressing mind through his ideas, each one of us, that's when we're actually thinking. God's thoughts are the only time that we're actually expressing intelligence. So when this mind of ours, which we share, one of us is in the awakening process, or we have a revelation, or the light comes on, that's not for ourselves alone. As one individuated expression of the sleeping mind begins to awaken and allows more light, like a light that fills a room, it's lit for every aspect of the one mind that we share. It might seem kind of silly, but I think about it like a Tiffany stained glass lampshade, so beautiful, different little bits of glass, each one making the whole, but each one a unique little cut piece, having its own unique color and bringing something to the whole. And so when that light, when the light is healed within it, the mind, the light that comes through or that's allowed to come through shines ever more brightly for the entire shade. So, as we all begin to awaken, it doesn't just benefit us alone. This is why there's no private forgiveness, there's no private accepting the atonement. It's true we need to accept atonement for ourselves. My individuated expression is waking up to the whole that we are, but I'm accepting, in my acceptance of the atonement, I'm accepting that I'm one with you and that I'm one with God and that all there is to me is God expressing itself. When we get to see a brother or sister awaken, we get to see more of the light in them. That light shines, and as we see that light, that reminds us that we too are that light. So it's quantum, it's holographic, and when we begin to love God and love our brother as ourself, we will want this for the entire sonship. We will want our brother's healing, knowing that our brother's healing is our own. We'll know that our brother's call for love is literally our own call for love. So we wouldn't treat anybody the way that we wouldn't want somebody else to treat us. So it's just this one mind waking up. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautifully expressed.
Mm.
Thank you.
Um,
Yeah.
just asking
Yeah.
if there's anything else on that.
Sorry?
I said I'm just asking if there's anything else on that.
Um, you know, I love this one, which is paragraph 10 in the original lesson, 137. Those who are healed become the instruments of healing.
Yeah.
And I think experientially, you, sis, and myself, amongst others that we know, especially in our TTC too, we're witnessing it every week,
Mm-hmm.
is that when we heal, we're never healed alone, right?
Yeah.
Because what's happening is we're realizing that even those around us in the TTC, they're becoming instruments of healing. They're helping to heal each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, big stuff. He says, those who are healed become the instruments of healing, nor does time elapse between the instant they are healed.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we accept the atonement,
Mm-hmm.
and all the grace of healing it is given them to give. We receive it and we want to give it because it's joyous to give it.
Yes.
What is opposed to God does not exist, and who accepts it not within his mind becomes a haven where the weary can remain to rest. For here is truth bestowed, and here are all illusions brought to truth. Yeah, so beautiful.
That is so true. I'm watching the TTC family, like those, when we started, how many years ago was it?
But
I don't even remember.
since 2016, it's 2021,
Okay.
5 years.
So 5 years
Wow.
ago. Those that are entering into the TTC now seem to be able to pick up where it took, the first round of TTC, I was there, like 8 or 9 months to get. It's amazing that when they fall into sync with the group, that there's just a quickening. There's an undeniable quickening. If every single person that came in had to start from square one and start from scratch, and it would be like this prolonged thing. But the ones that come in, they just jump right in with this huge acceleration, like this kind of a foundation already built in. And that's just proof that there's just the one mind waking up. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
it's much easier for those that are coming in later waves,
Mm-hmm.
it seems.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm happy for that. Like if I'm going to go through this dark night or whatever, to know that it might be easier for somebody else to come through. Yes, yes, please.
It's worth it, isn't it?
Bring it. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Mhm.
Beautiful.
Okay. The other idea here is on lesson 138, heaven is the decision I must make. And that really comes back to and boils down to that the only thing that we're ever doing is making a decision. Think of it as the light switch is on, either on or off. It's depending on what teacher you're going within and listening to. It depends on whether you're allowing ego as fear to be the lens through which you perceive and interact through with your brothers and the world and yourself, or if you are joining with the Holy Spirit in a I don't know what this is for state of mind, is complete humility, yes, deep humility, meekness, and asking Holy Spirit to show you, right, to reveal to you the light, to look with you upon everything. So that's all we can do, because as soon as you're with the ego, you're in gap land and nothing real is occurring. So you're not doing anything in the land of illusions. Nothing's actually occurring. We're not accomplishing anything in truth. We're asleep. It has no more reality than the stuff you dreamt about last night. Although I understand it feels more pervasive, but it's dream stuff. The only time anything real is going on is when God is showing up, when we're in an undefended state against God. That means we're allowing the Holy Spirit to be our mind. And this is what the Holy Spirit brings to our awareness, what God is and what we are as its image and likeness. So, Holy Spirit doesn't force this. You can't see two worlds at the same time. We're either here or here completely. You can't have a little bit of both. So the only thing that we're at liberty to do is to make a choice. And Jesus is so patiently saying, guys, only one of it's real. It's not really a choice at all. He's called it the choiceless choice. It's either reality is occurring or you're asleep. Okay? Dreaming death's dream. Yeah.
Doesn't
So
sound
when
like
I
fun.
hand you the kingdom of heaven, it has to be a choice. You have to understand that this has nothing that you want. And we will eventually all hit the wall as the prodigal son. We'll have that moment, and that's the best moment. It feels like the worst moment, but it means you're turning around and you're actually opening up to Holy Spirit and saying there must be a better way, and indeed there is. And you begin the journey back to your holy self. Sorry, sis, what were you going to say?
Yeah. So heaven is a decision I must make.
You must make it.
And it's in every, well, until our trust is transferred from fear to love, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's something that we need to maintain constant vigilance with if we really want it.
Right.
So it's being present in each moment,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and asking, is it the Holy Spirit in my mind, or is it the ego that's speaking right now? Am I thinking with God? Am I feeling with God?
Mm-hmm.
Or am I feeling and thinking with the ego? Yeah. Am I forgiving? Or am I damning my brother or sister to hell?
Yeah.
Right? You have to be present. What's happening?
Right.
Is this
How do I feel?
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And forgiveness opportunity. The word opportunity should be uplifting.
Mm-hmm.
A forgiveness opportunity, when it presents itself, it's a gift.
Yes.
Heaven is a decision I must make. So it's a gift that we bring to ourselves. So, yeah, and it's a decision that we will not, through the ego mind, we will not try and manipulate
Mm-hmm.
others or our life any longer. Right? And we're also going to learn to be real, to
Mm-hmm.
be authentic, and to communicate authentically.
To allow the joining to occur.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Great. That was a great summary.
Yeah.
There's a lot to undo, damn it, right?
There is each one of these. I'm telling you, we could do a retreat on each one of these, and it's but just to get the recap and to touch on the main points, because we can't hear them enough. It's like you said, we waffle back and forth all day long. We're here, we're here, we're here, we're here. I'm doing great. Oh, fear. Oh. Oh my gosh, right? But it's the discipline and the consistency and checking in like a barometer. Where am I? How do I feel? Am I in fear and conflict? Am I in judgment? Or am I in a state of forgiveness and gratitude? State of peace. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so my mind holds only what I think with God. As I am healed, I am not healed alone. And heaven is the decision I must make. Right.
Thank you for that lesson, sis.
Sure.
Thank you, beautiful family.
Thanks.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Kelly.